Hey, what's up everyone? How are you guys doing? So I'm back with another Halloween t-shirt design, and in this one I'm going to explain some things like some important tips with you guys. So in this one I will be using this Halloween pack, and you can download this one. This is a bundle of many premium Halloween packages. So you will find that in my Facebook group. Go to this links in the description, best t-shirt designs. Then here is the resource doc. Here you have to go to this one, the announcement post, and then you will find everything I am sharing here. So this will be the Halloween bundle. You will find that exact same thing I am using here, and this is I shared like in the last year's Halloween. So you will be able to download this. So let's work with the design here. So here I am going to explain how a Halloween design should be. So I am going to make a Halloween t-shirt design. That doesn't mean I am going to make a t-shirt design that is written Happy Halloween. So I'm going to convert it in my niche. I'm going to convert it, or I'm going to target some people in this niche, in this Halloween. So how to do that? Here is a list I created. So this is I found by googling the women's profession in USA, because they are the buyers of us. So you can see here is secretaries and administrative assistants, cashier, elementary and middle school teachers, retail salesperson, nursing, psychiatric. So these are all the professions women are working, and I'm going to target some of them. How to do that? So let's say I'm going to work with nursing. Nursing is a very common thing. Let's say I'm going to work with psychiatric, I'm going to work with customer service representative, children workers, or I'm going to work with elementary or middle school teachers. I can work with kindergarten teachers, anything, teacher assistant, office clerks, cooks, hairdresser, hairstylist. So anything is in women's profession, I can target them. And how can I do that? So preschool and kindergarten teacher. So I'm going to make this one. Let's say I'm going to take it like a kindergarten teacher. So in this one, but I want to make it pop. So let's break the text here, not break the line here. So kindergarten teacher, this is going to be my focus here. Then everything I am going to do here is going to be focusing on this text. So kindergarten teacher, this is the main focus text, and then I am going to add online at days which at night. Sorry, so it should be teacher by day, and then it should be witch by night. That means I am a teacher at day and I am a witch at night. So this is a really funny message, and I am going to make this my t-shirt design here. So for this one I'm going to first of all work with some typography here. So first thing is I'm going to take a font. Let's say I'm going to take a font that is called Attack of Monster. This is a Halloween font. So I am taking this font because this is a scary looking font, but still it is not very scary that kindergarten kids will be afraid of. So I'm taking a kids friendly t-shirt, kids friendly font. Then I can take another font that is a scary monster. Like these are all you can. Okay, so maybe there is another font that is called, I don't know. Okay, so there are many different fonts on Halloween niche. You can take anyone you want. Just I'm going to work with these two here. And this is the font name. You can search them on the font.com or Google or wherever you find them. So I'm going to create a version here because just a font customization. The kindergarten is in a font, and then teacher in another font, and day by, and then which. Teacher by day, I'm going to keep this the same font, and then which I'm going to make the variation. So I'm going to make it that one, and then by night I'm going to make it this one. So this is really very simple, nothing too fancy here. I'm just placing my text, everything looks good. Let's create a Halloween theme here. So I'm going to, okay, for that I'm going to use some like these elements I am downloading from Freepik. So these are all free vector. You can search on Freepik like jack-o'-lantern, or you can search like Halloween background. You will find a tons of different images like this, or you can simply use my these graphics. You can see you can use this from here. There are trees in here, the bows and the spider, cat, net, skull thing, everything is here. So let's pick some element from here. I am going to take a tombstone. I'm going to take some scary hands, and then I'll be taking a house from here. Okay, maybe these hands look very a bit more scary, something like that. So this is just like the last year Halloween designs I did, and then you can simply copy them. I'm going to paste it here. So this is how it is looking. Now the main part of my this design will be I'm going to create a background here, something like a just a simple rectangle here, but I want to make my all these graphics inside the rectangle, but there I am seeing that people making mistakes while placing these elements. So let's try to fix that. So the first step is I'm going to create an offset path for my ellipse, just a little bit. That's fine. Let's press shift X. You can focus here. If I press shift X, this will become a stroke, no fill. So this is my stroke, and I want to put some text on top of the ellipse. So let's cut that, and then I'm going to select that stroke here. Let's paste it here, kindergarten. So this is a focus text, so I'm going to keep that separate because this is defining the teacher profession here, where you work. So I work in kindergarten, so kind of that, just a simple thing like this. So that is fine. Then teacher by day, which by night, this is going to be in this area, something like in this position. That is totally fine. So I'm going to select this one. Let's change the color so that we can see what's going on here. And then I'm going to open transparency, and here you need to give a bit focus. I'm going to create a rectangle here. This is just to make it a cut here, but make sure it is in black. So black makes it invisible. You can see now I can see my text there. That is fine. Just keep it like this. So here is the thing that whenever we are placing elements like this, I see some of the people placing a house like this floating in the air, or something like this floating in the air, but that's not how it should be. We should place everything in a grounded position because this house should be standing from the ground. So I need to make a ground level position here, then I can place the other elements here, then it will look realistic. This is not, of course this is not necessary rules, but we can work like this. So let's say I'm going to cut all of this, and then I'm going to select this ellipse here, go inside the transparency and paste it here, Ctrl V. I'm not pressing Ctrl F because their position is not defined yet. So I'm going to just place my house here. This is completely fine. Just here I need to create a ground position. How to do that? I'm taking my pencil tool with black fill. If I just simply draw a random shapes like this, you can see it will make a ground position like that. Just hide these small details, so it will look like my house is standing on a ground, something like that. That is totally fine. So here I want to make it a bit bigger. Of course the tombstone should not be this bigger in comparison of a house, but it is a design, so I need to make everything visible, otherwise there is no point of making things in my design. So that is totally fine. This is the another hand that I can use here, maybe, I'm not sure. Let's just place it something like in this area. So that part is looking good. Let's bring in some of our pumpkins. So maybe this one looks good, and this one, this two is facing perfectly. That is fine. Okay, cut it. Now go out of transparency and paste it here, Ctrl V. I need to do some modifications, like I don't need all these details in here. Or simply you can go to my this pack, and then okay, there are pumpkins here, so you can take some pumpkins from here if you are very new. But I am just updating the design because these elements I used in my previous year's work, so I am in this year I am going to use some other elements, so that is just fine. So here I need to make sure that whatever I want, I am just getting that. So first step is I need to trim them, so it is looking like that. Don't worry, I'm just going to trim up everything, and then here I'm going to double click, then I'm going to select this black and then erase. So there is no black in my design, you can see. But if I select this everything and then make it complete black, it is looking like that. Don't worry, here is some opacity thing, I have to make it 100% opacity. So this is how my lantern is looking right now. My pumpkin is looking like right now. So these are called jack-o'-lantern, but we know it as pumpkins. Don't worry, it will work. So this is how it is looking. Let's just copy them, cut them, and then I'm going to select it here and then place it here. Not in that much bigger size. Let's reduce their size a bit so that I can place it in this area, just because to hide this, that part of the circle that is looking like a hard end there. I don't want that. So this one may be a bit smaller in size. Everything looks good, don't worry, just you can play with the elements here and it is going to go, it is going to be good. Something like this, maybe a bit up, and that is fine. I'm happy with the position there. And here I want to, okay, let's say this part I want to make it look like that, and then this one I'm going to make another copy here, a bit smaller in size. Maybe I can reflect it to look it a little bit different than the other one. That is just fine. Let's taking my pencil tool to hide that area. So you can see this is how it should look. It should look everything on the ground, and that is the total theme of this circle style designs. And then here I will customize my design. So whatever I am going to do here is I need some width vector. So let's say I want to use this one. This is a free vector. You can download this from freepik. So maybe I will just use this one, a flying witch, but I want to do a customization here. So make sure that it is complete black, then it is going to be, you can see this is not perfect transparent because this graphic is not perfect black, it is somewhere between here. So if I make it perfect black, 100% black, then it will look like 100% transparent. So that is how it is working. Let's reflect it to make everything flow in this direction. That is totally fine. And then here I can make it a customizable design, like this is the kindergarten teacher. So if I want to make it customized like a kindergarten thing in my design, like a kindergarten pen, so let me try. Okay guys, so I was searching for kindergarten pens or kids pen, and I found this one. This is really cute looking. So I just traced that to make a silhouette like this. And then I am going to use this one in my design because that will make the relation between the graphics. And if you are a kindergarten teacher, then you know this, your student will know what it is and they will feel the relation in between the graphics and the saying. So if you are going to make it nurse, make it in a nurse niche, then you can simply make it a syringe, like he is flying on a syringe or something like that. Maybe he is flying on a stethoscope. That is impossible, kind of hard, but something that is related to nurse profession, you can make it look like that. So cut it. I'm going to select this one, go inside the transparency, and then I'm going to erase this part of the graphics. Let's do it carefully. So that is fine. This is not really important that you are doing everything that is related to the Halloween, but this is just making your graphics fit in more well. So this is how it is looking right now. Let's say I want to place on here and then another one here, kind of this, and then I want to erase this part of the graphics. So this is how it is going to look. So it will feel like it will feel more like he is riding a pen, or she is riding on a pen, something like that. Maybe I'm not sure, but yeah, that looks good to me. So I'm going to select these three. I'm going to make them a group. So that is how it is going to look right now. And for making it a bit more Halloween or a scary thing, we can add some more elements like there. We can add some spider nets there. But there also I see that people placing a spider just floating on the sky. Don't do that. I am going to make it look like this. So a bit more area that I don't want. I want this to be look like this is spider is not floating in the air. It is somehow connected. So first step is I am going to make it look like connected with the broom she is riding, and then from here I want to just, okay, taking my blob brush tool, maybe a bit smaller in size, just to draw a shape like this. And if that shape is in black, don't worry, it is going to. So there is a connection between the text or the graphics that I'm making here. And then of course, okay, and another thing I can do here, that is using my tree here. So this tree is what I wanted to use. Let's copy this. I'm going to paste it here. Make sure it is 100% black. I'm going to reflect it to place it in this direction, just to fill this side of this ellipse that we are creating here. But here I want to do a bit more modification, like this to Control X, Control F to paste in front, and I want them to be visible. So I'm going to select this tree and then erase some of this its part, and this is how it is going to look right now. So there are pumpkins in the background and also the trees, so that is fine, but I don't want to, just like this. And then of course I'm going to take my pencil tool to hide this area. So this is how it is going to look. I'm not going to do it very fancy here. And of course I'm going to reduce the size of my design, so not like that. Okay, in this one. Okay, maybe I'm inside the transparency. Let's get out. Okay, no, so I'm out right now, but this one is on top, my text is in the bottom. So if I select that one, press Ctrl Alt and the start of the third bracket, it will bring that, send that to back. So now I can select my text and then teacher by day, and then I'm going to make it in this position. That is fine because my focus is on the kindergarten. So kindergarten, maybe I can make that a bit bigger. I can increase. I don't know what's going on here. Then let's reset my workspace. So I can increase the space between the text. That is fine. And then which by night, this is how I am going to make it. So I am keeping everything inside a certain area. I'm not going to make it a too long design. I'm just going to keep it simple. And then of course, if your text placement is done, let's break it. So I'm going to break my text here, and then this two I want to, okay, maybe I can modify their space a bit. So that is fine for me. Let's make them a group, and then I can select everything from here to align them in the center position. That is fine. Which by night, and this one I'm just going to place it like this. So that is fine. Let's add some colors. So in a Halloween design, you will see that there are tons of black, there are tons of orangey colors, not that one, this orangey, and maybe this yellow. So this is how I can do it. I'm just going to make it a simple two color design. So let's make it like this, and it is done. So let's take a background for our design, and then here I'm going to send it to the back. So this is how it is looking. Okay guys, so I made a mistake here. That is not a mistake, this is completely fine. Just I'm going to select my this one, and then I'm going to create offset path for that, just like this maybe, and that is fine. Let's make it a stroke. So that is good to go. Let's say I'm going to bring it on here. So here I want to select this stroke. I'm going to remove that kindergarten text. I'm going to type that again. I'm going to add that again. So this is how it is going to work for me. Sorry, I need to click here and then paste it here. So that is the kindergarten text, and then I want to change my font to monster, attack of monster, and then I'm going to change the baseline to center, and that is it. So let's make it a bit bigger, maybe something like this. That is too much. Let's make it a bit smaller. So not too much, but I don't want to go outside of this area, or not too much outside of that area. So that is the position I wanted to create here, and the reason I am doing all this is so that I can change my text. So I wanted to keep a editable text here. Now you can see that is the kindergarten. I can make it a hairdresser. So paste it here, hairdresser at night, hairdresser by day, which at night, sorry, hairdresser by day. So I need to now remove this text to this teacher by day. So hairdresser by day, I need to add that by day, and then here I'm going to change it to scary monster, but not that much space in my text. So you can see this is how I can do it, hairdresser by day, or I can do it like this, hairdresser by day. And then I'm going to make it a bit smaller in size, and then of course everything in caps, reduce the space between the text. Okay, so that is the font style to make that. So this is how it is going to look right now for me. So hairdresser by day, witch by night. And then this witch, I need to change it to this color, and then this one, I need to change it to that color. So hairdresser by day, witch by night. This is how it is going to work for me. Sorry. So I need to select this one, maybe a bit smaller in size. So you can see I have now two version, that is kindergarten teacher by night, which by night, sorry, by day, which by night. And this is how I can convert this design into anything I need, anything I want in any profession, just to make sure if you are doing this modification like that kindergarten thing, riding the which then you need to change it every time with the profession you are adding. Like hairdresser, you can find a hairdresser tool, you can make her ride that, and that's a perfect combination of a design you can make. And then of course in a Halloween design, this is really important to use some grand texture, because this is everything is about scariness, so you can add some grants to it. Let's say I want to make everything a group. I don't need to break the fonts to apply grand texture here, just place in like this. And that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you learned something new from this one. You will be able to convert one design into 10 different professions you want. And this is how you should make a Halloween t-shirt design, not just a happy Halloween t-shirt design. This is the way it should be. Like this should be the perfect way of targeting people. And let me know in the comment section if this type of videos are helping. I'll try making some more videos on this topic. So that's it for today, guys. See you in the next video. Have a great time. Thank you, everyone.